What is the impact of this on the American students, etc.?
It's a great question. So in our research, what we find is that actually the revenue that the Indian students bring is what allowed these universities in the US to actually expand and enroll more local students and keep the local tuition rates low. So what they call in-state student tuition rates stayed low. And then the revenue that the Indian students were bringing was then spent on essentially what we call cross-subsidizing the local student. That means you take the revenue from the Indian student and it pays for the education of the American student, right? So it allows you to enroll more American students. And what then they spent that money also on was kind of more instruction, expenditures, more research labs, and so on and so forth. What you see is universities expanded their engineering departments, for instance, right? Now that can be controversial in the US. There are schools, there are especially certain state schools like Michigan State School, which kind of expanded their engineering departments, but kind of contracted their history department and English literature department and stuff like that, because again, they were getting all this revenue. The engineering department was getting all this revenue from Indian students, right? So yes, there is a trade-off in the sense that it shifts kind of what these universities are, what kind of departments they're focusing on. But on net, it's really benefiting the US students because of this cross-subsidization. The revenue pays for the local students. It allows the university to spend more on infrastructure, quality, research labs. And then the Indian graduate students become the lab assistants, they become the teaching assistants, and so on and so forth, right? So kind of the entire production changes in that way. So, yeah.